Now first is leader. Order reset the unit. Okay. So he resets a unit that's like a mandrake on a leader. Kinda okay. But I don't think it's that useful. Look at top 3 cards from your deck and play one. This seems really powerful, although only 2 mulligans. But this seems like really powerful. If he can play a card from your deck, it's like an old, what's his name? John Calvet, yeah. Emir is terrible now, yeah, and I think Mandrake is also bad. Like, resetting a unit usually doesn't help. And the units that boost a lot have immune status, so it's not really that useful. Order move a card back to your hand and play a card. So he's basically on old Emir, replaying ability. On battle start, disable the enemy leader for the duration of the battle. That's actually really interesting. This is like an Emir, one Emir from the Witcher 3. He gained the same ability, but he has only 1 mulligan. He kinda can't really compete against Morvron though. Okay, so what do we have in only Nilfgaard? Wait, what? 11 plus I said. This has 5 cost, why is... 11 plus and then it gives me 5 cost, is this a bug? I didn't trigger the 5 strength, guys. What? Okay, what does Vilgefortz do really? So Joachim basically plays the top unit from deck and boosts it by 8. But he's spying. Spy synergy there, but only by 8 for 11 provision cost. This seems like pretty weak actually. Destroy an enemy unit, then your opponent summons the top unit from their deck. You have to enable the 5 and disable it again. Yeah, I noticed. Destroy an enemy unit, then your opponent summons the top unit from your deck. From their deck. No. Destroy an enemy unit, then your opponent summons the top unit from their deck. Why would this ever be good? Destroy an allied unit, summon the top unit. Okay, so it's basically like an old Vilgefortz. He's good actually. You can destroy 1 strength unit, but I don't know how many 1 strength units there are in Nilfgaard. But he's pretty good actually. Seems pretty good. Deploy, remove all mulligans from the enemy leader. Nilfgaard seems like a faction that is gonna ruin opponents' fun when they play against it. Like, Letho basically requires the opponent to just waste all of their mulligans on the first turn. And they don't know that you have it. This could actually be good, like, when the opponent passes card. If they don't use all mulligans, but it can be really weak against leaders that don't have a lot of mulligans. Order. Melee. Seize a locked enemy unit. Synergy with lock, I guess? I guess he'll have synergy with Ox. We'll see how powerful this is. Lethal card sounds evil. Yeah, it kinda sounds evil. But it kinda sounds also useless, because you can use all of your mulligans at the start and then he's only 5 strength for 11 provision cost, which is like nothing. Choose any unit or artifact on battlefield and place it at the top of the owner's deck. This is actually pretty good, because next turn you'll definitely draw it. Actually, now that I think about it, artifact is useful, but unit, that sounds pretty bad. But you can replay artifact, but for 12 provision cost, actually this doesn't sound that tempting to use. Even if you're using a lot of artifacts to replay. Leo. Deploy melee, destroy an enemy with 10 or more power, so he's basically Geralt. Ranged, destroy a Witcher. It's basically better Geralt, nothing special. Destroy a Witcher, that'll rarely be more than 10 power. So he's like... he can be 12 power for 10 provision cost, but not a lot of units have 10 or more power. So he's rarely gonna find value. Mano, ranged, play a tactic card from your deck. It's like an old Letho. This seems actually pretty strong card. Like a tactic card, that seems really strong. Deploy, transform this unit into a copy of any other unit without changing power. So he's like 6 strength plus an ability from any other unit. Like with which unit would that be useful? Sorry. I don't know with which unit that would be useful, but it has the potential. Cynthia, melee, spawn a guardian at the top of the enemy's deck, so she's basically a new guardian. This seems actually really strong. This is actually really strong. Like, if Tibor has the same ability, your opponent summons the top unit from their deck. Yeah, if Tibor has the same ability, then this combined can actually work pretty great. This is interesting, actually. For 20 provision cost, you basically get 11 plus... Actually, it's not that great. But Cynthia is good because it can ruin opponent's draws. But Tibor is maybe not that great. Rygraph. Deploy, trigger adjacent bronze soldiers deploy ability. Nilfgaard Knight, Nausicaa Brigade, Master of Disguise package is nice. Oh really? I'll see to it later. Deploy, trigger adjacent bronze soldiers deploy ability. So... basically replace the deploy ability. It's like a decoy. It's like another decoy. 3 strength, 9 provision cost. It sounds a bit... and it only works on soldiers. Mano is a soldier though. So this could be really great. Bronze soldier. Actually that's bad. That's terrible. Rygeth is nice with slave infantry. Maybe he's good with slave infantry. I don't know what slave infantry does. Then it gives value to remate. Maybe I'll see to it. Deploy Shillard. Set the power of the highest unit in the enemy hand to 1. But it doesn't have to be a revealed unit. Damn, that's actually strong. But now that I think about it, some units will have like 4 power. Only some decks will discard to gain really nice value. And you need to remove like 5 strength from the opponent's unit, so... It has the potential, but it's a bit meh. Reveal a random card in your deck. If it's a unit, boost self by its power and shuffle it back. If it's an artifact or a special card, played. Wow. Yeah, you can damage Spear Tip, but I'm not sure how many people will play him. Reveal a random card in your deck if it's a unit. Yeah. Wow, that actually sounds really strong. Usually that card will be more than 5 value, right? Artifact at least. Or special card even. Wow. Okay. This card seems really strong. Whenever an enemy is boosted, boost self by the same amount. Okay. So he's like well, he could be useful. There are a lot of boosts in this patch. I mean, new Gwent. Damage an enemy by 3. If Ox is in your hand, damage that unit by 5 instead. So he has synergy with Ox. Keep Kahir's ability in mind when you see Nilfgaard Knight. Okay. Spawn a copy of a tactic card you played on this turn. A lot of cards have tactic synergy. Like, that seems interesting. Damage an enemy by 2 for each soldier or on this unit's row. So, soldier synergy, how many soldiers do I have to have? 4. It's not that bad to be useful. It's not that bad. It's okay card. You'll rarely have more than 4. That's the problem. It has the potential, but not that great potential. Swears. Damage an enemy by 0. What? Damage an enemy by 0. Whenever you reveal a card, increase this unit's damage by 0. Oh man. Best card in Gwent. That's the best card in Gwent. Yeah, Swears is still bugged. By 0, come on. Oh man. Swears the best card in Gwent. So, Isabel of Hag. That's a new card. Order ranged. Look at the top card from both decks, keep one and give other to your opponent. So he's basically like the old, what's his name? Shillard. But for 6 value and 8 provision cost, this seems really powerful. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I know that, it's a work in progress, I guess. Deploy boost an enemy by 3, then boost self by 3. This is actually really good with Kahir. Basically get 9 value out of him for 8 provision cost. No, 9 value. Yeah, it's 9 value. Okay, melee shuffle a card from enemy graveyard into their deck. Same ability, just 1 card only. Range shuffle a card from your graveyard into your deck. Okay, and now that the spies don't exist anymore, this card is a bit weaker. It could be useful on Roach, for example. It could be really good with Roach. Actually, I might try it. Reveal the top unit from the enemy deck and damage self by its power. Damage synergy, I guess. Then shuffle it back. Damage synergy. Wait. Why would that be good? Maybe it has some synergy. Create and play a unit from your opponent's starting deck. Create. RNG again. Great. It's the same as the old Nilfgaardian Gate. Master of Disguise, that's what you said? Swap this unit's power with enemy's power. That with Kahir? Sounds really good actually. Play a bronze unit from the enemy's graveyard. Same ability. But it has no strength now. It's good with spies, I guess. Spying. Play the top card from the deck. It's actually a pretty interesting card. So you basically give one strength to the opponent to play another card from your deck. I don't know. If you know what your top card is, then that's great, but if you don't, I guess it has some synergy. Think Medic is bad, yeah, me too. It's... unless it has some spy synergy. It actually plays the top card from the opponent's deck. Opponent's deck? Meal. We have meal strategy here. I don't know if that card is good or not. Deploy ranged, move any card from your deck to the top. If it's a unit, boost it by 4. It's an old Stefan Scalen, but what? This is powerful. Only 7 provision cost and it's already 7 value. And you can choose which unit it's... This is actually really powerful. Deploy boost an allied soldier and all copies of it by 2. Okay. Soldier, synergy. You would need to have 2 copies for this card to be great. Which I guess it's not that hard to get. False theory. Whenever the enemy leader is activated, boost self by 3. Makes sense. But if the opponent activates his leader right away, then this card is pretty useless. Could be great against Aitni maybe. Siri can be sick sometimes. Yeah, she seems like she has potential. But you probably want to keep her on the board for next turn versus Foltest. What does Foltest do? Boost an ally by 1 and give it Zeal, charge 3. Oh yeah, 3 charges. Then against charges, she's really good. Oh great. It's bugged again. Nilfgaard only. Oh, it's not, okay. It's fine. Order reveal a random bronze special card from the enemy deck, then spawn and play a copy of it on your side. It's from the enemy's deck, so... It's kinda random. That doesn't sound that great. If you want to make RNG deck, then Nilfgaard is a perfect faction for it, I guess. Deploy remove tokens from all units on the battlefield. So tokens, I guess, are immune and those things. And also resilience. Sounds okay, but is it really that much better than lock? No. Lock an enemy unit. If Sarit is in your hand, lock all copies of that unit in hand, deck, or on the battlefield. Wow. This combo can be actually really strong. It only costs 7 provisions. Like, even if you don't lock anything in his deck or hand, 1 lock plus 5 points is more than 7 provisions, I think. Hadaverin. Order destroy self and all units whose power equals to this unit's charges. Every turn on turn start and whenever you play a tactic, gain 1 charge. So it's a tactic strategy. Might actually make a tactic deck out of it. Tactic strategy seems good. You'd have to play like 4 tactics and wait 4 turns for this card to be great. Maybe 3. And then if it hits copies, it's a different story. It has the potential. Force an enemy unit to damage adjacent units by its own power. Depends if enemy buffs a lot. If it doesn't, that card is pretty useless. So, Emissary. Spying. Deploy. Boost an ally by 7. Okay, it's fine. It's basically 6 points for 6 provisions and spy synergy. Actually, this is more than fine. Deploy boost self by 3 if there is an artifact on your side. So it's an artifact, synergy, 6 points, it's fine card. Reveal the top card of the enemy deck and banish it. Wow. Banishes it. So you can banish any card? This seems a bit broken. Like if the opponent needs 1 card and you randomly banish it. Didn't we have 1 card similar to that before? The locker in Skellige in 1 patch? Where it just stole 1 card from the graveyard. It was broken back then, I don't know why they put it back. It's RNG broken card. It's not strong by any chance, but it can be broken if RNG works in your favor. I don't like that card actually. Deploy transform an allied unit into slave infantry. To be fair, I'm not a huge fan of the way Nilfgaard is going, and that is my absolute favorite faction. Yeah. It seems like... I feel like Monsters is the most interesting faction from what I saw right now. Also, Northern Realms is weak too. Order is bad. Oh, really? Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like Scoia'tael and Monsters are actually the most interesting faction right now. And the strongest. Also Skellige, I don't know about Skellige yet. Hey, Dental Adventure, thank you for the follow. Oh, okay, deploy transform an allied unit into slave infantry. I don't know about this card. It has 5 strength for 6 provisions. It can transform 1 weak unit like Mano. And it has the synergy with copies. Traps deck is sick, yeah, I know. I tried it yesterday. Yeah. It all comes down to what synergy that is. It's probably a lot of synergy. Oh yeah, that silver card, I mean gold card had it. This one. Boost an allied soldier. Yeah, this is a good strategy with a remade soldier deck. Okay. Assassination. Damage a unit by 6. Decrease the damage by 1 for each unit adjacent to it. Oh, you basically want to play it on the empty board when the opponent has only 1 engine on the board. For 6? Azul's Thunder is kinda better in my opinion. I don't know. Create and play a bronze unit from your opponent's faction. This is RNG card. We could make an RNG deck again. I could make an RNG deck, this time in Nilfgaard. Range to destroy a locked enemy unit. Okay. Synergy with Ox again. With locking. Nilfgaard has a new archetype, which is lock archetype, I guess. Okay. Melee, reset the unit's power. It's a better Mandrake, that's all I can say. There's more RNG than was before Fuse Batman. Yeah, it seems like it. It pains me insanely to see Nilfgaard in the RNG faction. Yeah, that's actually true. Like, come on, you could have picked any other faction for RNG faction, but no. But they said they would remove RNG cards. I don't know why they're still in the game. Look at the top 3 cards in the enemy deck and move one to their graveyard. This is basically annoying broken card for 6 provision cost. This seems like a... Ice! That seems like maybe not fun to play against. Like, Nilfgaard doesn't seem like a faction you want to play against by any chance. Any one of their cards seemed to ruin the strategy of another deck. Create and play a bronze Nilfgaard card. RNG again. Makes sense, Nilfgaard has a lot of spice, and when you are a spy you don't really know what you will face. I guess it makes sense if you look it that way, but still, come on. RNG in Gwent is stupid. I know there has to be some RNG in Gwent, but it looks like there is more RNG in Nilfgaard faction than it was before in any other faction. If there are 4 or more units on the opposite row, seize the enemy with the lowest power on that row. It seems really strong if the opponent plays high strength units. You only need to seize 2 strength units for this card to be decent. Damn, this card looks really powerful. Just the only drawback is that you have to wait until the opponent has 4 units. When you are a pirate, you don't know what you will face. When you are a soldier, you don't know what you will face. When you are a literal monster, you don't know what you will face. Yeah, that's true. If your leader was used this turn, damage an enemy by 3. Okay. 3 damage is a bit okay for some engines, but you usually want to have 4 damage. Just because there are most engines in 4 damage territory. Damage an enemy by 2, increase the damage by 1 for each adjacent soldier. Again, soldier strategy. This is 6 value. Can damage by 4, that's good thing. This card damages by 4, so that's a good thing. Yeah. It can remove some engines, and it's only 5 provision cost, so that's a good card. Alba Pikeman, melee, damage an enemy by the number of units on its other row. So you have to have like 3 units for this card to be decent. That seems really strong. Alba is not great, but not terrible either. Nice slave infantry target. Yeah, that's true. It's a nice slave infantry target and also a nice removal target. You can remove most of the engines. Also, Alba Pikemen, the same thing. You have to find 4 units on the road though. So this card is probably way better than this one to use. Okay. Melee, lock an enemy unit. So there seems to be a lot of lock strategy cards. Okay. For 5 provision cost, this is actually really powerful. Seems like lock is worth like 2 provision cost. I don't know. Seems like it. Boost an ally by 2. Whenever you reveal this card, boost a random ally by 2. Reveal synergy. It already has 5 strength. So that's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Alba's biggest problem is 1 reach. I might have missed that. Oh! You're right. You're right. Okay, I take it back. Actually, this card is not great at all. It's like 6 value unit. Not really good for removing engines. You have to play it on melee. And you can't hit ranged. As for Alba Pikeman, yeah, this unit is actually kinda better than this one. They're not great. They're good slave infantry target, like you said. But they're not great. Melee lock an enemy unit. Okay. This is okay. I checked. Oh, I already went through this one. So it said this one. Melee, summon a copy of this unit from your deck. 6 value for 5 provision cost? This is actually a bit too powerful, I'd say. You don't need to set up and it's deck thinning. That's actually a really good card. Damage an enemy by 2, then reveal a random unit from both decks. If yours has more power, repeat this unit's deployability. Domen, I'll be off. Thanks for sharing the homecoming experience. Have a good stream. Oh, thanks. Bye, Draco Phoenix. See you later. Damage an enemy by 2, then reveal a random unit from both decks. If yours has more power, repeat its deployability. Seems okay. Has 5 power for 5 provision cost, which is decent. And another ability. It has the potential, although you would have to have a lot of powerful units, which seems to be really hard in Nilfgaard. So Rotasser, deploy ranged spawn and play Cow Carcass. Cow Carcass spying after 1 turn. On turn end, destroy this unit and the unit on its left. Wow! Without locking, this card is actually really powerful. Without locking, this unit is actually really powerful. Like, after 1 turn, yeah. Rotasser seems really good. I mean, it can easily get like 2 more value. Probably even more. On turn end, shuffle this unit into enemy's deck. What? Abilities can only be triggered on mirror. What? Why would you ever want to do that? Why would you ever want to do that? Am I missing something? Why is this card good? This card seems terrible. Whenever you reveal a card, damage a random enemy by 1. Okay. So reveal synergy, this seems pretty good. Just saw your message on YouTube, I'm here. Oh, nice. Welcome, White Wolf. Order damage an enemy by 2, gain 1 charge whenever you play a spying unit. Charge 1. That's actually strong. Spy synergy seems to be strong. But again, it has 4 power, it can be easily removed. Engines with 4 power needs to be boosted by somehow, because 4 removal is too common. Range, draw a card, then place a card from your hand at the top of your deck. So it's basically a bonus mulligan. It's kind of a mulligan. Mulliganing also puts on kind of a top. Not really, but it usually puts it somewhere on the top. So it's kinda a mulligan card. When this unit is revealed, summon it from your deck. What? Wait, what? When this unit is revealed, summon it from your deck. So you can reveal units from the deck, not from hand anymore. Okay. Boost an enemy by 2. If there are no enemy units, destroy self. Oh, that's what you said. Remember the Cohere's ability. So it has synergy with Cohere in that case. It can actually really have really high potential. When this unit is revealed, summon it from your... Yeah, it seems okay. Hi Domen. Are you pleased with changes? Is Gwent a better game now? I wouldn't really say better. Some changes are better, some are not. Why are you reviving the enemy? Northern Realms for the win. What? Reviving an enemy? Why would you do that? And boost a bronze soldier by 2 and re-trigger their deploy ability. Okay, well this is basically a decoy, bronze decoy. This actually seems really good. You can decoy any soldier, so it's good with slave infantries. Now spotter. Melee, reveal a random unit from the enemy deck and boost self by its power. So basically that's why you would want to put the card to the top of the opponent's deck, I guess. Not really the best combo for provision value. There has to be some more synergy than that. Spotter doesn't seem that great. Okay, damage an enemy by 2, okay. If an enemy unit is locked, damage it by 1 instead. Okay. Average value, nothing special about this card. Nothing interesting about this card either. Whenever a unit with deploy is played, boost self by 1. Okay, okay. So it has a bit of deploy. So you want to play a lot of deploy units. I guess this is kind of an interesting thing. It has only 2 values, so it has to be boosted. Because it can be killed easily. Every turn on turn end boosts out by 1. If this is the only card on this row. Okay. So if you keep playing on one row, this could work out greatly. Again, it's only like 4 value when it boosts. You would need to keep it alive somehow. Damage a boosted enemy by 4. Reach to... What? Four provision cost and 7 value. And it's easy to get an enemy boosted because you have synergy with Kahir and with the other card. I might try this archetype actually. Nausicaa seems fucking broken. Nausicaa seems broken. 7 value for 4 provision. Sign me up for that one. Ranged. Damage a unit by 1. Gain 1 charge whenever you play a tactic card. Charge 1. Again, you would need to keep it alive for it to be good. It has the potential with tactics. Deploy. Reveal a random unit in both decks. If yours has more power, boost self by 2. So that could actually work great with this card when you put it on the top. Actually, it's a random unit, it's even worse. Okay. This card is... Actually, it's a 4 value for 4 provision cost. It's not that bad. It's actually okay. It's an okay card. Melee. Swap the power of 2 enemies. Ranged. Swap the power of 2 allies. This seems powerful. This seems really powerful. Those human abilities seems to be... Well, humans are everyone, but... Only human, like... This and Slave Hunter. Seems to be really, really, really powerful. But that's it for Nilfgaard cards.